My goodness, Sir Spike, I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations. This is delicious. We're doomed.
Aloha, folks. Welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. There's a thing in Tiki where, how do you phrase that? There's like this group that keeps trying to push Star Wars into Tiki. And they're different things, but also, if you want to put Star Wars in your own tiki bar, that's totally fine. I'm not going to hassle you about it. But I do have a friend who is like intimately connected to Star Wars, which is super exciting for me because I do love Star Wars. I love especially the first three were like kind of my thing, my generation. But he was also in the most recent stuff, which also revived my whole faith in the whole deal. I would love to bring on my buddy, Chris Bartlett.
Oh, Spike, how are you?
Thanks for being on the show.
No, I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Oh.
I've watched your show. You are my style hero.
Oh.
And so I'm really happy to be here.
Well, thank you so much. So there's this whole thing where there's this group of people who are adamant that Star Wars can be tiki. And I get the connections because like Mos Eisley is kind of like this
Cantina.
weird tiki bar. And supposedly, have you been to the Tiki Tea?
No, but I want to.
On Sunset Boulevard, there's this small little tiki bar, and for our fans of tiki, everybody's like, yeah, I know. Since 1961, Ray Buin, who came from On the Beachcomber, a lot of the great cocktail bars in Los Angeles, he was one of the original bartenders. They say that George Lucas was there one night watching Ray Buin work, and he was sketching and stuff.
Huh.
And supposedly, Ray Buin, the founder of the Tiki Tea, was the inspiration for Yoda.
Really? Huh, I thought you were going to say something else.
What was I going to say?
I thought you were going to say it was the inspiration for the cantina.
Oh, well, I think it was also that. Yeah,
Oh,
I do think it was that. I've heard that from Mike Sr., and it's kind of common lore within the Tiki community.
Huh.
So there is connections between Star Wars and Tiki and, you know, the whole thing. But you're a robot dude.
I'm a robot dude. That's true.
Yeah, weird.
I play Q90, Bounty Hunter Droid, and Outstanding Hollow Space Pilot. But I also play I play the Teacher Droid, I play the RA7 Droid, which is the Death Star droid for those original trilogy fans. And for the last 15 years, I've played live-action C-3PO on television.
Really?
Yes, so I'm kind of typecast.
Wow.
And I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
robot dude.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it seems like you would have the looks to be an actor that's not a robot.
Oh, well, thank
Well,
you.
I don't take that in a weird way.
Oh, no.
It was funny because when Gray Griffin was here, I was like, have you ever done any real acting?
On camera? Wow, real acting.
I know. I was like, well, don't take that the wrong way because I know that voice acting is certainly acting.
You mean on camera?
Yeah, I meant on camera acting. And then she talked about how she was on that 70s show.
Oh, yeah. I am working on a project at the moment where I am on camera.
Okay.
And it's a real stretch for me because I play a 1950s dad driving an old car. So I'm like, where could I come up with this inspiration? And I'm like, this is my dream role. I would love to.
Well, the funny thing is that Chris and I didn't know each other until a car cruise night about a year ago now,
Yeah.
right? My buddy Eugene and I drove up to LA to...
The Valley Cruise Night at the Foster's Freeze.
You showed up in your 1960?
58 Plymouth.
58 Plymouth.
Yes. It's
Beautiful red, big winged car.
Yes, yeah. It was a car that I found in a barn. It hadn't run for 30 years. The previous owner had passed away and had parked it in his garage, before he passed away. And then his family didn't know that it was even in his barn for like 16 years because it was covered in boxes and tarp and everything. So they cleaned it all out and found the car, and they rolled it out and washed it and put it on Craigslist. And then I spent some time to get it running again. I found a 1960 V8 and put that in it, so it's the same era, fits right in. I rebuilt the transmission and everything, and now it's a daily driver. The reason why I like this car is because I'm a huge fan of the movie Christine, which is about a killer 58 Plymouth. And so we've had some weird experiences in the car, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even up till recently. The week it arrived, my neighborhood almost burned down. The entire hillside was on fire, 1 block from us. We had to evacuate. And then 4th of July, we went and watched fireworks. And when we came back, my passenger in the back seat goes, "Chris, don't move. There's a scorpion on your shoulder." And for sure, there was a scorpion, and it was sitting right here. We got it, And then...
A scorpion?
Yes. And then just a couple weeks ago, I pulled into a gas station and the engine caught on fire.
It is old cars.
Yes.
Like that
Yeah,
happens.
it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I put out the fire really fast and with my bare hands. So it's fine. We replaced the hose. It's fine.
That night that we met was an interesting night because it was still like in the depths of lockdown.
Yeah, we were wearing masks.
We were
all wearing beards.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were also like driving through Los Angeles with zero traffic.
Yeah, that was spooky.
We parked on Hollywood Boulevard in front of theaters and took pictures and
Yeah.
like all over.
I have some amazing shots that you did. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they showed up in the magazine.
Yeah, Car Culture Deluxe. Yeah, there's a whole
Yeah.
feature about that night.
That was the first time I got to see your Econoline pickup. What year is it?
61.
61.
Yeah.
Right, the first year.
First year, yeah.
With the metal flake paint and the white fur interior.
Very difficult to keep up with you and Eugene in your cars.
Oh
Because
yes,
the Econoline.
170 straight six.
It's not a matter of it not going fast enough. It's a matter of me knowing that it won't stop quick enough.
Oh, won't stop quick enough.
I think the amount of body of the vans like allows them to stop better.
Yes, yeah,
'Cause
much
mine
better.
will slide. Mine will slide right through an intersection.
Right, because the engine and everything is right up front, and
Yeah.
there's no weight in the back. So, yeah.
So we're gonna do an interesting cocktail. I did find this in Trader Vic's Bartender's Guide from 1972. When I said to Chris, I was like, "Hey, you should come on the show." He's like, "Yeah, dude, totally." And then it got closer to the date, and he's like, "By the way, I don't drink." And I was like, but it's great because we've gotten a lot of requests for cocktails that have no booze in them. For a lot of the fans of the Breezeway Cocktail Hour who don't drink, because surprisingly, there are people that watch this show who don't drink. So
Yeah, me included.
yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, I love the tiki culture. I love the atmosphere. I'm excited to see what you have.
Yeah, I'm really excited to taste a Trader Vic's cocktail that has no booze in it. So tonight we're gonna make a cocktail called the Orgeat Fizz. And for this cocktail, we will be using limes, Orgeat, and club soda. Super simple. Okay, so let's jump into the cocktail. If you wanna grab that lime,
Yep.
and if you would like to cut that thing in half. We need a half an ounce of lime juice per cocktail, so 1 ounce of lime juice. I just literally picked this from the tree, and they're still a little underripe.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. It's early in the lime season right now, so there's not a ton of juice in these things.
Well, we got another lime over here.
All right, I guess, yeah. Usually limes will produce about 1 ounce of lime juice, but not these. It was a battle to get 1 ounce with these things.
Yeah.
All right, the next ingredient is Orgeat. Have you ever experienced Orgeat before?
No, do I shake it?
You can probably shake it, yeah.
All right.
It's like an almond syrup. Yeah, smell that. What does it smell like? Let me
It
smell
smells
it.
kind of
Now I'm curious.
nutty, kind of vanilla.
Oh, yeah. 1.5 ounces of Orgeat per cocktail.
Okay, and I'm gonna
On the right side there.
1.5. I see it. That line right underneath the 1.5. Right there. We
Perfect,
go.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and one more of those.
Okay.
Perfect. What we're gonna do is we're gonna shake this over ice, and then we're gonna fill the rest of the glass with club soda. Let me give you some ice here. You ever shaken a cocktail?
No, I haven't.
How exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting.
All right, so go ahead and pour that into that.
Okay.
Okay, and then just put the top on there, and then give it a whack.
No, here? Oh, to jam it in there.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then they say to shake more horizontal, but like from your heart.
Oh, for my heart.
Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
Wait, turn sideways so the camera can.
Yeah, that feels nice.
Oh, you're even doing a thing. Yeah. Fancy bartending going on here.
All right.
All right, and then to get this thing off, you just whack the side and
Oh.
it loosens up. I'm gonna try and get these things even. It's got these rings on the
Yeah,
graphics, so you
perfect.
can kind of measure. I think that's probably good right there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little more ice, and then you can go ahead and open that club soda.
Okay. And fill it to which line?
Fill it to the top-ish, maybe just short of the top. So this is gonna be like a limey, fizzy, almondy drink.
And it's called what again?
With no booze. Orgeat Fizz.
Orgeat Fizz.
I'm so scared of that thing sliding and like cutting your thumb off.
Yeah, it's okay.
You'd have to have a robot thumb put on.
Would be the first time.
Yeah, so when you notch them, kind of don't go all the way to the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of step back a little bit from the middle.
Got it.
All right, I like your technique here. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Okay, but I also have a surprise.
Okay.
Super exciting.
Look at that, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is really nice. We have these little chicks.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Little mermaids.
Yeah. Are they mermaids? They have
like fins?
Maybe. Grab that jar. What's that?
Oh, I
Is that like a technique?
Yeah, it's a technique.
Never seen that.
Teetotalers do it.
Oh, is that
I'm just kidding. So we stab a cherry.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can put her in front of the lime. You got that all over the side of the glass.
Oh, whoops.
That's all right. So, even if you're making like non-alcoholic cocktails, you can still have a rad garnish, like make it look great, okay? And then we have some bamboo straws here.
Oh, I see, like this.
And so from Trader Vic's, this is the non-alcoholic Orgeat Fizz.
Orgeat Fizz.
Super excited.
Here we go.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
Yeah. It tastes like a cocktail.
Yeah.
It could use rum. Do you taste lime? There's like a hint of lime.
You need to mix up the lime. It's in the bottom.
Oh, well, we shook it.
Oh, yeah. I'm new. Okay, now I'm getting the lime.
I do get like a little bit of the citrus of the lime, but it's real heavy in the orgeat. A little bubbly, but not a fizzy drink, right?
Yeah, no, this isn't. Maybe we should have shook this up.
I don't think you don't shake soda. It's like shaking a bomb. It's a good drink.
Yeah.
I would say that for anybody who's hosting a tiki party at their home, usually you're gonna have soda water, usually you're gonna have orgeat. This is a great, simple solution to the people who are either driving or like somebody who's like, yeah, I don't want any booze, and make them one of these things. It feels like you're having a cocktail.
It's very citrusy. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink 17 of these and be like, why am I not drunk yet?
Want to hear a funny story?
Yeah, I totally do.
Okay. In 2009,
Okay.
Lucasfilm gave me a call and said, we would like you to come to Washington, D.C. I was like, yeah, sure. I figured it was like the Smithsonian or something like that.
Yeah.
They said it's at the White House, and but we don't know the president's schedule or anything. I was more like, okay, fine. It's probably just an appearance.
The White House.
Yeah. So they wanted R2 and 3PO and Chewbacca at the White House.
Oh.
Not just me.
What a Wookiee.
They escort us to the green room, which is the basement of the White House. So I suit up as the gold man, and Chewbacca just puts on his purse because he doesn't wear pants or anything. 2 stormtroopers and the lady from Lucasfilm get on an elevator.
Okay.
We're riding up to the main floor that stops the floor early, and the door opens, and it's President Obama standing there. And he says, whoa. He goes, oh, can I get on with you? And we were like, inside, I was like, this is the President of the United States. This is the first time we even knew he was even going to be here.
That is wild.
And so in the White House elevators, they're really small because the White House was retrofitted. Obviously, they didn't have elevators when it was built. So it was literally from about right here to about here wide. Okay, so it was very tight. And as C-3PO, I'm like bumping the president, of the United States. Anyway, so
he says, how about some room there, buddy? You're
yeah,
like,
right.
I'm a robot.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, you do the voice.
And I mean, he goes, well, you look awesome. And I said, hey, why, thank you. Anyway, so then he goes, he's riding up. We need to get off the elevator. And I just turned to the Lucasfilm lady. I said, why, he seemed very friendly.
So rad.
The same thing that C-3PO said when he met Lando Calrissian, who was also the administrator of his facility.
Oh, right. Wow.
And anyway, all of us nerds cracked up at the moment. But after that, we did our thing, and then we went to take a photo with the first family. It turns out that Michelle had called Lucasfilm and said, we are having an event at the White House. We would like to have a couple of Star Wars characters there. And they said, well, who would you like? And they said, well, C-3PO and R2-D2, are they available? Turns out we were. We went to take a picture, and he says, C-3PO, can you stand next to me? And I said, oh, why, yes, of course. And then he says, oh, wait a minute. Can you say something to Michelle for me? And I was like, why, thank you for the invitation. It's wonderful. And then we all started laughing. And then Chewbacca puts his hands on the president and his wife on their heads, because he's tall. And, his fur's hanging over their face. And then right then, the Secret Service rushed Chewbacca.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Told him to take your hands off their
Oh,
head.
my God. What the balls on Chewbacca.
Right. They're Wookiee-sized. You always let the Wookiee win in those situations.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Right. So
I'm getting it.
So anyway, then we take this photo, and we're all laughing because this just happened with the Secret Service, and it was a great photo. I was like, oh, I can't wait till next week when I get this photo and I can show my family. And it took 1.5 years to get the photo.
Oh, wow.
Because of security and clearances and all that, yeah.
Do you have the photo that we can share?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
It's right here.
I was like, where?
Cut to a photo. Yeah. Anyway, so he's President Obama. No matter how a person votes, is a very warm, friendly, inviting guy. He also is a huge Star Wars fan, and the reason I know is because he got C-3PO. He said it right the first time, because a lot of times people who are casual fans call you R2D2, or say 3CPO. Oh, they always mix it up. But you can always tell the good, solid original trilogy fans when they say C-3PO.
Yeah.
Oh, I brought something for you.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Where is he? Oh, here he is.
Oh, what?
I have my own action figure. Own Star Wars action figure.
Does that blow your mind?
Yes, it does. Because this is how I kept my imagination going.
Yeah.
After I saw this incredible movie in 1977, is with action figure. Now this is the bubble-headed one. Yeah. So it's not super action-y, but it's what I got. So I brought that for you.
Well, thank you so much.
Signed it to Spike from Zero.
Wow, how rad.
And he kind of has a little bit of a Tiki look to his face, doesn't he?
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Folks, if you enjoyed this... Oh, and actually, I've got something for you, too.
Oh.
Here's a Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour.
Oh, this is cool.
Enamel pin. And so people who are on the show get one of those. And then if you want to join the $10 tier of our Patreon, then you can get one of these also.
Nice.
But that's the only way.
Thank you, Spike.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy that you're able to be on the show. And thanks for having us explore this cocktail that is like a no booze cocktail, because I think a lot of people out there are going to be super stoked about this.
I agree.
I really do.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thank you for doing it. And it was very delicious.
It really was.
I love the whole making it.
Yeah.
This is very interactive kind of a show.
So folks, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and follow Chris and his wife on all their social medias. What's your Instagram?
Chris F. Bartlett.
Okay.
And RachelBartlett.com, spelled out. DOTCOM, yeah.
How creative of you. And then you are at all of like the Comic-Cons and all that kind of stuff too, right?
It's so much fun to meet fans of the show and to talk about speculation or hear the speculation. It's just a real treat. I used to go to conventions as a fan and suit up in costumes that I built. And
now you're on the other side of the table.
Yeah, that's really special. So I'm grateful to do it. Let's see. So we'll be at Unicon in Las Vegas on October 1st. Lake City Comic Con in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, October 16th. Rhode Island Comic Con, November 5th.
So if you see Chris at any of those Comic Cons, be sure to tell him that you saw him on Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour, and maybe he'll enjoy one of these Orgeat Fizzes with you.
I will, for sure.
All right. Be sure to tell him that you saw him on the what's the show called? Maybe he'll enjoy one of these gin. What are they called? No, not gin.
Orgeat.
Orgeat Fizz.
Orgeat Fizz.
Have you ever had one of these cherries?
No. Oh, wow! It's meaty. Wow, that's a good cherry.
I know. This is so expensive.
Oh.
They're like $20.
Oh my gosh, I'm so honored.
Do you have any idea how many times you watched the first three?
Oh gosh, I don't have a number for that. Just a lot. When we were kids, you see it in the theater. It was in the theater for a year. So in 1977, you just kept going back every Saturday, going to see the movie again. And then when it was out of the theater, it was over.
Yeah, because there's no DVDs or no VHS even.
There's no sequels. It was just that.
Yeah.
And so all we had was the figures. We would end up playing with the figures. Everybody had Luke and Vader and C-3PO and R2, Obi-Wan. But then we also had like R5-D4, Snaggletooth, and all these fringe characters, which the Mandalorian, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have said, we played with these fringe characters and now we're making stories about these fringe characters. That's why when you're watching The Mandalorian, you see things that look familiar but feel new. So like you might see an R5-D4 droid, or you might see a little child that looks kind of like another pointy-eared green creature. It's not the same, but there must be there is a familiarity, but it's new, right?
Right, yeah.
It's a really cool full circle.
The Mandalorian absolutely revived my faith in that whole cinematic world, I guess. And I love that it feels like a Clint Eastwood movie or like a spaghetti western. At least the first season for sure did.
Yeah.
I just think that Favreau has approached it so correctly. And
He has.
if you would like to call him and bring him onto the show.
Oh! If only I had the power to do that.
I know.
Yes.
He was a giant impact in my life because around 1995 or 96, he put out a movie called Swingers. And that movie changed the face of Southern California music. That stuff was already happening. The swing scene was it was already happening kind of underground, and he was part of that, and he was kind of documenting it a little bit. But then once that movie came out, and then Pulp Fiction came out, all of a sudden surf music was huge again, swing music was huge. He really jump-started the whole swing, rockabilly, and surf revival. So, Favreau, thank you.
I love the smell of limes.
Wait, let me look on
A little like Pottery Barn. That's what it smells like.
Pottery Barn. And then we're gonna fill the rest of the cocktail with,
Oh.
see how that's sliding away?
Yes. Why is
So
that?
my old roommate, when I had a roommate here, Kevin Stewart of Big Sandy and the Fly Boys, I handed him a glass of like a Mai Tai,
Yeah.
and there was ice underneath it, and we watched it just slide off the bar and explode.
Oh, explode.
Yeah. I was like, oh. And so got like water on my hands.
Yeah, so Dave Filoni, known for doing all animated series for Lucasfilm, like Clone Wars, Rebels. They have joined forces on The Mandalorian. They got together and are writing these stories. And just like you said, the Clint Eastwood films, you know, those were stories and films that a whole generation, maybe a couple generations, wouldn't see.
Oh, for sure.
You know, they wouldn't see those films.
Yeah.
But now we have stories that are familiar to this lone gunman going from system to system with an ambiguous kind of moral code, but ends up really being a good guy.
But also he's the silent stranger or something like that. And that was not only that was Good, Bad, and the Ugly, those movies, but also High Plains Drifter, and all those movies where I'm such a giant like old Western fan, Clint Eastwood Western fan.
Yeah.
So it really, like when I started watching it, I was like, oh, this is, there are a lot of special effects, but not used to show off.
Right.
They're used to serve the story, and it's just so refreshing.
You know, speaking of the special effects, what's cool is, like you said, it serves the story. It is not the story.
Right.
One of my favorite days of filming, Rachel was there, my wife. I saw in the script that as Q90, Bounty Hunter droid, I would be flying the Razor Crest, which is Mando's ship. And so every day I'd go in for filming, you know, I'm like, is this the day I'm going to be flying through hyperspace? And it would be, no, we're just going to be, doing a shootout or something, which in and of itself, like, I've been preparing for those things my whole life, you know, shooting
pretty
shootouts
fun.
In a real Star Wars shootout.
It must be a dream.
It's a total, I mean, like I said, when people say, did you ever dream that you would be doing that? So I'm like, every day I was dreaming this, like, but I never thought it would actually happen.
Right, yeah.
So finally the day came when I was going to film in the Razor Crest, which is a real practical cockpit.
Oh, wow.
And so Jon Favreau said, okay, Chris, why don't you go get familiar with the cockpit? And I was like, okay, I'm going. And so I go in and I'm flipping all the switches and all the things and then all the levers and everything, and they all work, the lights all work,
Really?
turn on, and the switches, it was so cool. So then I was so excited the night before that I didn't sleep.
Oh.
So I was, on this big day, I was super tired.
Oh,
and
man.
so it's all dark and calm
Yeah.
inside there. Nobody's around. I'm surrounded by space because the volume is all around you, which is the digital wall.
You didn't
So
fall
I'm
asleep
sitting in the cockpit, and I was just taking it all in, going, oh, my whole life I've waited for this moment. And I passed out, and I fell asleep in the cockpit, and no one was around. And Jon Favreau, director Deborah Chow, they stepped into the cockpit behind me, And you know when you wake up, you're startled awake, and you don't have control of your...
Yeah, you just go, ah!
You're like, ah. Yeah. I was like, hey, how's it going? You know, like so out of... But it was so much fun because when you're flying in a practical ship surrounded by these tech screens, it's space all the way around you.
So
and
it looks
feels,
like you're actually...
It feels and looks like I'm actually in space. And the other thing, Spike, is when I say my line, jumping to hyperspace now, when I do that, all the stars stretch to infinity, just like in the film.
So it's like driving your own Star Tours.
Exactly,
vehicle.
right. And it wasn't,
man.
it was, they triggered it when I said it. So I had the power over the speed of hyperspace. I was just like, as a 7-year-old, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm so, grateful to do it. But yes, I did fall asleep in the Razor Crest.
So are they filming new episodes?
This has been a great conversation.
I see.
The Book of Boba Fett is coming in December. Another series that has spun off of The Mandalorian, which is really exciting.
Okay.
Tamura Morrison is back in that as Boba Fett. The next couple of years are going to be very exciting for fans of The Mandalorian. So
it's good news.
Yes.
If it's anything like The Mandalorian, then I'm on board.
Yeah.
Now, I asked Gray Griffin this when she was on the show, and since she is like the foremost female actor in voiceover stuff, I was like, let's see what kind of work you can get me. Maybe I could do some voiceover work because she's like, she's got all this clout, right?
Yeah.
I think that I could probably be a pretty good robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see. Now we've already got C-3PO, who's fluent in over 6 million forms of communication.
No, I don't want to be C-3PO.
No. How about more of a sinister droid?
No. I just want to be like a robot, like walking down a hallway.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or like sweeping.
What would that sound like?
Just being a robot. I'd be like a robot.
Oh, you want to be in a costume?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying you want to do a voice.
Oh, no. I want to be a robot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't want to do any voices. I just want to like stand there.
Right. So a little tip for some droid acting.
Would that pay a lot?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it pays. You get grapes in between shots as a craft table.
They feed robots grapes?
Yeah. That's how I met Gina Carano. I was sitting there eating grapes, and I was standing next to this girl who I had no idea who she was. I didn't follow fighting or anything, and I was standing there, and I just said, "Hey, I'm Chris. I'm dressed in a droid costume up to here, but my head is exposed." I said, "Hey, I'm Chris," and she goes, "Oh, hey, I'm Gina." And I was like, "Oh, what's your role today?" Because mine's obvious. I said, "What's your role today?" She said, "I'm ex-shock trooper." I was like, "Oh, okay, so she must be like a background or something."
Yeah, like she's gonna get shot and killed or something. Yeah.
So I go down and and sit in my chair, and then she comes and sits in the chair right next to me, and I'm like, wait, Gina Mandalorian. I'm Googling it real fast.
You Google?
Oh my gosh! I'm
like a giant star.
Yeah, a giant star, right? And I was like, I just really calmly, because I was keeping it all inside, and I'm like, suddenly I realized, she is super down to earth. She was not like, oh, I'm number 2 on the show.
Yeah.
She was just like, I'm just an ex-shock trooper.
Have you been to many tiki bars in Southern California?
No, we're fairly new to the area, and so we're still trying to get to know the area. But we did go to the Tonga Room up in San Francisco a couple of times, which has the the boat. The band plays on a boat. There's a rainstorm that's all around you. It's spectacular.
Yeah, pretty amazing. From the 30s, I think, originally.
Oh, okay.
And then redesigned into a tiki bar, tiki experience in the 50s, late 50s.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Before that, it was themed as a cruise ship.
Oh, yeah. Rachel, my wife, and I went. She's a super talented voice actor. She has this really cool, voice of the future. I like to say voice of the future, arch villain kind of a voice.
Really?
Yeah. So she's like you would hear a voice in a spaceport,
Wait, can she come on and do the thing? Do the voice?
Yeah.
Is she here?
Let me see. Oh, there she is.
Literally, right there.
Yeah.
Can you come and do your voice?
Come here, Ray. Do your spaceport.
This dog is jingling through the show.
We'll say all droids report to docking bay 94. How about that?
And action.
All droids report to docking bay 94.
Oh my god. You like the voice that is happening when there's stuff happening.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these straws are really cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. It's funny because I've been drinking this whole time, and It feels like you're drinking a cocktail. Like it really does.
It does. Except it needs.
Except it does need rum. This is probably really good with rum also. Yeah, probably. I think that first voice also would work for like a countdown.
That's on my demo reel.
Is it really like a Bond countdown?
Yes. What do I say?
What is it? The launch commencing?
In 10, 9, 8. You didn't make it. Goodbye.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for that. What a treat.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So we were on a break, just in between scenes. Bill Burr was there, Carl Weathers was there, and myself, and John Favreau came over and goes, "Hey, I just wanted to sit with the cool kids." And I was like, "Oh, that's not me." You're talking about Carl Weathers, legendary action hero, and Bill Burr, amazing
Was
comedian.
he Predator?
Yeah.
So gnarly.
Because he's an actor and a director.
Yeah.
He opened up to us about what a director wants in his actors, and he was like, I just wanted to share this with you because I know you would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing he said was, be on time,
Mm-hmm.
come prepared,
Mm-hmm.
and come with ideas.
Oh, come with ideas.
Yes. And so
Okay.
what I would do as an actor, I would read my portion of the script,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would just make up voices for the characters.
Right,
I didn't
'cause-
know if they would be alien voices or if I would be voiced over, dubbed over, whatever.
Oh, right.
But I was just coming with ideas for these voices.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you go back and watch the very first episode, The Ferryman, we were doing a rehearsal, and he's the guy who's standing out on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's calling over speeders for people wanting to cross the frozen ocean. Mando comes out, and I call over speeder. All of his lines were in English. And so I was like, oh, what would this guy be like? He's kind of like a gritty, maybe like a Russian car salesman kind of, you know? And so I was just doing all the lines. And so John is sitting here, Dave Filoni is sitting here, and I said, oh, this speeder is brand new. You know, that kind of a voice.
Oh.
And John goes, oh, that's good. Let's cartoon it down a little.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay. Because it's always better the director would always rather have someone tone something down than have to like get energy.
Yeah.
You know?
So you go deep and then let him pull it back.
Then I did again, you know, this speeder just arrived on the Spinwood freighter, you know. And then Dave goes, I wonder if this would be an alien voice.
Mm.
Now, if you recognize that character, that species, in A New Hope, there was also Garindin, who was a Kubaz. Sorry, that was a super deep cut.
All these names, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that the blue guy?
No, the guy with the goggles and the trunk.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was a spy. Remember, he was
Yeah,
like,
Totally.
Right. So Dave goes, I wonder if this should be an alien voice.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I agree, it should be. Even though I wanted to do the voice, but it would be better for the character if he did it like that species that we're familiar with. When I first got the call for the ferryman, the girl from production called me and said, Chris, we'd like to bring you in for the Ferryman. And I was like, what show is this? And she goes, it's it's a Star Wars show. And I was like, can you tell me a little bit about this character? Like, because I'm picturing definitely shirtless, pointy ears, and maybe some light wings, you know?
The ferryman.
The ferryman,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe I'm Lord of the Ewoks or something.
Yes, totally.
And so I said, what am I going to be playing a flute or something? She goes, yeah. I was like, oh. No. My first character, action in Star Wars, and it's going to be the ferryman playing a flute. Like, it's fine. I'm going to be in Star Wars. That's fine. I don't care.
I'll be whatever you need me to be. Yeah.
Right. When I got there and saw the concept art for the ferryman, who resembled very much the species in A New Hope, who was the spy alerting the stormtroopers that the rebels were leaving on Docking Bay 94, then I was a little relieved.
Yeah.
One, my first scene in Star Wars would not involve any nudity, so that was good.
I think you're in an interesting position because you're able to play multiple characters in one show.
Yeah.
Like by being a robot guy.
Super grateful for that, right? Robots and creatures.
Creatures.
So,
I want to be a creature too.
You could. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Favreau.
You have the build of a creature.
Oh.
More so than perhaps a droid.
I'm a creature.
Yeah. My goodness. The things I've done for 3PO, if you watch the Oscars a few years ago, when
You were on the Oscars?
3PO and BB-8 and R2 rolled on as doing a tribute to John Williams. That was a real thrill.
That was you.
Yeah.
And so you're like walking like.
Well, a little less drunk looking than that, but more like this. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. And Anthony Daniels pre-recorded the voice, and then I did all the animation. But if you went and watched Lego Masters, which is a Lego building competition show, I played C-3PO there, and I did all the voice myself on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a bizarre career. Like super rad though, super fun.
I'm so grateful to be able to be part of the Lucasfilm family, and especially with this new series, The Mandalorian. It's like you said, it's a show that maybe revived your feeling about Star Wars. I'm easily entertained by Star Wars. I love the ships, the droids, the aliens, Jedi, Sith, stormtroopers.
I just like it when it's done well.
Yeah.
Right. And I think The Mandalorian really nails that. I really just can't tell you how excited I am to come onto the show as I guess a creature, but I wanted to be like a hallway robot, but a creature's fine too. So
yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay. I'll see what I can do about that. Like I said, I try to bring ideas to these characters, so I come up with voices for all of them, even though I may not even be used. For Zero, I thought, well, he's like C-3PO mixed with Boba Fett, where he's a droid, but he's very cool and calculating. When I went to do the screen test for him, I didn't know yet how I wanted him to move or anything, but I just did the best I could with what I had. They gave me a pistol, but then I went home, and he kind of looks like a praying mantis.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So I went and watched a bunch of videos on praying mantis, moving, where they move their body but not their head. It's very weird, And then
that is super weird.
But the voice I was thinking was, okay, a sinister C-3PO, might sound like
all systems have been alerted to your presence. The main entrance seems to be the only way in or out. All other information on your level is restricted.
Where 3PO would say that in a much more positive and uplifting way.
Yeah, totally. No, that's rad.
Anyway, it's really fun to create these characters and bring them to life. I love the work, and being able to meet people like you and talk about this stuff is a lot of fun.
Well, it's funny because the cars kind of brought us together, and then I was like, wait, you're on what show? The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Okay. So excited about this dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
very down to earth, very next door neighbor kind of a person.
That's
She's really very sweet.
That's amazing. I also understand that she is currently looking for something to do. So if she wants to come on the show also, Favreau, Gina, whoever else.
Yeah.
The Wookiee.
The Wookiee? There's a Wookiee on the Mandalorian?
No, your buddy's a Wookiee.
Oh,
the one that attacked President Obama.
Oh yes, Chewbacca. Yeah, you should have Chewbacca on the show. I don't know.
You wouldn't fit, would you?
Yeah.
Which cons can I see you at?
Sorry, these ones.
Question.
No.
Oh, now I gotta edit that in.
Look at
that.
Here we go.
Yeah, Chris, you like strawberries? Hey, Chris, come out and have some strawberries.
And so I just stepped on your dog.
I don't think it's gonna be loud enough. Astro, you gotta stop bumping that, please. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Wait, hold on. Give me your necklace, dog. He keeps jingling. Okay.
No more jingling. No more jingling, dog. I love the dog.